Hello, hello, hello. You are tuned into the Shipping Container Homes USA presentation. I am your hostess, also the owner of the Chosen Few Financial Empowerment and Wellness Workshops. This is one of our workshops, and we're today talking about building your modular prefab metal structure made easy with me, Cassandra Edwards, and I am, of course, the community liaison with EcoHomes USA, which is the company that we've proudly decided to partner with to be our manufacturer, and you will understand why very shortly here. So let's get right into it, you guys. Shipping Container Homes USA. Let me see if I can make sure I'm sharing this the right way here. All right. We are cooking with gas. Let's see here. All right. So what will you learn today during this presentation? Why Shipping Container Homes? Do you have to build it yourself? What manufacturer do we recommend and why? How will you finance your project? Are there investment opportunities? And yes, there are. And what are your options? So we'll get right into the benefits of a prefab modular metal structure. These are generally known by most people as shipping container homes because that's what they're made out of, okay? So let's talk about some of the benefits. They're affordable. Shipping container homes are way cheaper than your standard stick-built house, your typical traditional construction method. So it makes home ownership a possibility to a lot more people. Okay, they're durable. They withstand hurricane force winds and earthquakes, which is a huge deal because cargo containers have been built to withstand the elements of sea travel, such as strong winds, harsh rains, and etc. So this means that the container homes are not going to leak. They'll stand up to extreme weather conditions, and some even claim they're earthquake proof and hurricane proof because they have lived through these types of storms, okay? There is room to grow. You can stack shipping container homes on top of each other to create a larger living space, so you don't have to have a huge footprint on your land in order to make these work. So, of course, if you decide to start small, you got more acreage, more land you want to build on higher later, there's always room to grow. You can add on later if you wish. So, continued benefits of a prefab modular metal structure, and we'll call them shipping container homes, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So they are fast to build. After your online order is placed, your structure is delivered to your ready site in 120 days or less. Now, I don't know about you guys, but listen, anytime you can go online and order anything that you can live in that can withstand hurricane force winds and earthquakes, and it show up to your ready site in 120 days, you already know that just blows me away. So they can be put together very quickly, making them a great shelter solution in emergency situations. For example, when towns have been wiped out by floods, earthquakes, or hurricanes. You guys know how everything went down with Katrina, Hugo. So many people were displaced. I think this is a perfect opportunity for us to step in and help ourselves because it's actually right now it's hurricane season. This is September 2020. We've got some challenges ahead. We don't know where it's going to strike, but wouldn't it make sense to be prepared? So those are some of the ways that I look at being able to really implement this across the country, just so we can be better prepared. I believe preparedness is better than panic. Flexibility. You got flexible design. You can literally customize this thing down to your craziest, wildest dream. EcoHomes USA Master Engineer can configure your dream into a perfectly spaced, functional masterpiece. And actually, the CEO, Mr. Sam Thompson, told me that the bathroom that they put in their smallest unit is actually the same type of bathroom that you would have in a 3,000 or 4,000 square foot home. So I just think that's, unparalleled. Just to go back before we move forward, remember you guys, easy relocation is a huge deal with this. So I didn't put that on my slide here. But, let's say you had a storm happen in the city where you are. Vehicles are moving again, but you got a lot of infrastructure problems, or you just decided you wanted to move somewhere across the country. You could literally bring your home with you. So we're talking about having your general contractor come in and take these apart, put them on 18-wheelers or lowboy, and take it to where it is you want to move them to. So anywhere you can get an 18-wheeler in there and get a crane in, they can configure your home where you want it to your ready site. I just think that's amazing. So you don't have to do this by yourself. Shipping Container Homes USA is a collaboration between my organization, The Chosen Few Financial Empowerment and Wellness Workshops, and Guerillapreneur Strategic Real Estate Investments. And that's headed up by Mr. Jamal Lockhart, who's the president there. Definitely a move maker. I was just so excited to get connected with this guy. So we're collaborating in an effort to create a streamlined process to make your dreams come to life. Whether you're an investor, whether you're a land developer, you want to be a homeowner, first-time homeowner, maybe you can't qualify for a traditional mortgage. There are so many moving pieces to it that we're really just excited to streamline this process for you guys and to create more affordable living, because we know we've got a pretty strong housing crisis on the way. Okay, so we've partnered with EcoHomes USA. They are committed to building the most affordable, unique, high-integrity structures available, whether you need it for housing, shelters, retail, commercial projects, large or small. You guys, Mr. Thompson was telling me about a shopping mall that they built. So the guy comes and looks at the shopping mall and says, I want this shopping mall. They're like, okay, we can build one for you. He said, no, I want this actual one, 42 miles north from here. So do you guys know they took it apart, put it on trucks, and they moved it 42 miles north, and he got that exact home. So we're really excited. We're going to be opening up some show homes, as far as I understand, somewhere in southern Georgia. I'm pushing for Savannah or Atlanta. Atlanta's a huge market we would love to get into. Florida, somewhere in Texas, and somewhere in Colorado. So I'm sure we'll end up having showrooms in your region, wherever you are in the United States watching this, okay? So they're constructed from high-grade cordon steel. They're custom produced to withstand the harshest conditions. So this is, you guys, is a material that they make bridges and railroads out of. So they're designed to, you know, some people would say be Ford tough, but imagine, you guys, your home is made of the same thing that bridges are made of. So they're built to last. You can save up to 75% on your costs compared to traditional construction. Okay, we know all the, you know, challenges that, you know, you have to face when you're doing construction. Some of you guys are builders. Imagine being able to step into a whole new market without having to go and hire and train an entire team of people to build a home in another state, transport those people, house them, feed them. You know, you got certain costs associated with that. We're cutting all of that whole process out, making it really easy for you as a builder, as a contractor, as an investor, as a homeowner, to take advantage of this streamlined process that they've just got down pat. So with Shipping Container Homes USA, we are here to assist you in every step as a homeowner. If you got a foundation or a nonprofit or school, you got a city, you're a commercial developer, we're here to walk you through every single step. And that is the value that we bring to this situation. So what makes EcoHomes USA different from the competition, and why did we choose them? So EcoHomes USA only uses all new materials, nothing reclaimed, nothing recycled, nothing refurbished. And that sounds great. You know, when you watch HGTV a lot like I do, people talk about, oh, we went to, the thrift store, or we got these doors off of an old church. There are certain issues that come along with reclaimed materials. And I just love that they cut all of the risk out of that. All of their prefabricated modular cordon steel structures are fully built indoors in their dedicated steel mill plant. So they put together these homes just like they would a car in a car factory. So, I mean, they have a steel mill, you guys. They got all the specialty equipment necessary to do everything from top to bottom, right down to, you know, if you guys ever thought about building a shipping container home yourself, how would you insulate the bottom of it? How can you lift that up? So they've got dedicated expert teams to complete each aspect of the assembly process. So everyone only does their job. A cutter cuts. The cabinet makers make cabinets. The electricians, they do the wiring. They don't try to step over and do plumbing on a different day. So benefits of cordon steel structures. Cordon steel, sometimes known as weathered steel, was developed in the 1930s by U.S. Steel originally to build railroads, wagons, and bridges. EcoHomes USA used a specially designed oven big enough to accommodate 4 modules to bake on the paint and seal it even further against the elements. So this is actually paint that's designed to go on shipping containers to withstand, being in the seas. Some of the shipping containers some other companies may use, some of these have been sitting outside for 10 and 20 years and the paint still looks the same. So it's engineered to do exactly what it does. Benefits of our prefab modular steel structures over a do-it-yourself build. Now, if you guys are like me, I'm a Tom girl, I'm a nerd. So I love to learn new systems and figure out how I can apply them for everyday use. But, I thought about building a shipping container home one time. And I was like, oh man, this will be awesome. I can get the containers from them. This will be great. But I did see some videos that convinced me otherwise. So some of the advantages that using their manufacturers hold are guaranteed structural integrity. So these are new cordon steel containers. You've got speedy completion. They're delivered to your ready site. And actually, I need to edit that. It'll be delivered to your ready site in 120 days or less. They used to say 90, but we're pushing them more in production. So 120 days, it'll be there. Expert construction by dedicated teams. There's no learning curve. So you or your team, they don't have to figure out, okay, how do we cut this to keep it from bending in the middle? What is the right size for the doors should be for the bathroom so we can get through the hallway? How big should I make the sink? Because I really want a double sink, not a tiny little bar sink. So, you can pull it off. Absolutely. I know some people who are building some DIYs. I congratulate you. And I know when you're done, you'll be really excited. But we're just over the moon excited to be able to bring you these homes in 100 days from the time you order it. So they're customized to your configuration, your finishes, the size. Because they're modules, like you think about you guys when you were little and you were building something out of Lego blocks, imagine being able to build your dream home just that way. Or the building that you want to, I guess, execute your missions with your nonprofits, or you want to build a homeless shelter. You might want it to be bay style. You may want to take care of battered women or foster kids that have aged out of the system. You can set these modules up however you like. Unlimited possibilities, you guys. If you can dream it, EcoHomes USA can build it. So let's talk about some of the disadvantages of doing it yourself. Obviously, you could save some money, but some things could go wrong. And this is, of course, not to talk you out of it if you're absolutely committed and you've done your research, but we just want to give you some food for thought if you're thinking about doing it on your own. We've had some people ask how much are the shipping containers, because they like to get them and, take a shot themselves. So it can be a lot more time consuming and expensive than anticipated. Some of the equipment that you need is specialty equipment. It could cost you $500 a day just to use a saw that's going to cut it the right way, or to pay a subcontractor like a welder. It can come with many health hazards, because with these shipping containers that are reclaimed and they've been sitting on a port for the last 10, 15 years, even if they say they've only been used for one trip, do you really know? Okay, there's no way to know what was transported in a used container, and it could have been chemicals, could have been radioactive materials. And I don't know about you, but I just would not be willing to endanger myself or my family by exposing them to materials that have been baked on by the sun in these containers. So a few more disadvantages. Finding contractors with experience with shipping container homes is a challenge. It's a relatively new concept, not overall, but in the States, we're just kind of playing catch up. So you don't want someone using your home that you're going to live in as their guinea pig in their experimental project. It can be time consuming, just because the sheer time that it takes when you don't have all the specialty equipment. Things go wrong with crews. People get behind on their projects, so they might get behind on yours. Cutting costs. So you need specific equipment that's designed to reinforce the container if you make any cuts. The lack of having proper equipment, if you're unable to lift it up, with a crane or whatever equipment they use at their factory, how do you insulate the bottom? So if you're in an area where it's hot, that home is made of steel. So that's going to conduct heat. It's going to be blazing hot. in the summertime, and it's going to be freezing cold in the wintertime. You got a lot of expansion and contraction with that metal if it's not done properly, if it's not insulated properly. So, definitely want to keep all those things in mind. And of course, subcontractors can be really expensive. I don't know what electricians cost in your neck of the woods, but you're talking about having somebody all day long, on top of what you're already paying for the project and the learning curve. So that's a lot to have going on. Could have on-site challenges. You might not have power where you're building. So if you don't have power, how can you run the equipment? How can you install the lights and test them? The machinery and equipment, we talked about that. What if your shipping container is damaged in transport? Now you got a big crinkle in the side. That's a consideration. Inability to insulate the bottom side of the container. We talked about that. Restrictive building permits and regulations. They have all the permits that they need at their factory, so they're able to take care of all of that without the delays of going back and forth with your government, wherever you're living now, or you're planning to build. Because remember, you could be working in a whole different state building these shipping containers. So if you think the way I do, you see that whether it's building for your home, upcoming land development project, using experienced prefab modular home manufacturer like EcoHomes USA is clearly the way to go. So you might be saying, I'm all in, saying, you got me, I'm convinced, I'm ready to go. So what's next, right? So this is my messy little flow chart that I made, you guys. It's not exactly perfect, but the project that we put together, myself and Jamal, we've done a lot of research, you guys. I put a lot of time into making sure that we got this down to a nice flow. We're going to make this process pain-free and seamless for you. So we go through the steps that you can expect. So starting out, you got land and zoning considerations. So you want to think about lot size and location. Think about convenience to amenities in the area, your hospitals, your schools. Everyone's going to school now, so a lot of areas that may not have been desirable before, now you can get some land inexpensively. And if you're thinking like I am about helping to create more affordable housing, there's a lot of unused land, in the rural areas and deep into the suburbs where maybe it's not as popular as of yet, but I'll tell you more about some of the ideas I have in mind a little later. So you want to think about convenience, room for future builds for your family or business expansion. If you're building for your business, you may realize, man, this thing blew up like overnight. We need more room. So you want to check zoning and land use restrictions for the size of the home limitations. Some areas, you got to have a certain amount of space between structures. If you want to use it for your business, there may be a restriction on business use. So you want to check on that before moving forward. And you want to check and make sure that your utility services are available in the area you're building in. So if you're not able to get city water, municipal water, then you may be looking at digging a well. So there are some considerations that you want to keep in mind. Next thing is you want to schedule your free consultation with EcoHomes USA. Our point of contact and sales rep there is Mr. Ron Dunleavy. He's been so helpful, really nice guy. So you'll be able to get the exact amounts that you'll be paying for your customized prefab modular home from EcoHomes USA. Now you'll want to know how many bedrooms, how many baths. You can actually look through Google and find plans for shipping container homes. And if you like one of those, you can say, hey, Rod, this is what I want. I really like how it looks. You might find a video on YouTube, and I spend countless hours on there looking at videos. So when you find what you like, you'll get with Rod, and we'll find out how much your land is plus your closing costs, unless you own your land already. You'll get with your general contractors and you'll find out what your costs are for your utility hookups at your site once it's delivered, and to make sure we get those utilities run out to your site. Because sometimes the electric and water lines, they're at the road, but they have to be brought out to your site. All of those have costs. So you want to make sure you research those in advance so that next, when we talk to the lenders, which, with Shipping Container Homes USA, I do work as a referral broker. So I'm able to help you get the lending that you need for your project. Got one lender, you guys, that doesn't even finance anything less than $35 million. So don't worry. It doesn't matter how big your project is, we can help you get it financed. Whether you're building a single family home, vacation rental home, apartment complex, a shopping mall, land development projects, no project is too big. Financing is available. And this is not qualified the way that typical mortgage financing would go. So Don't be discouraged by that thought. If you just know, I can't pay for, I can't pay for, I should say, I don't have the documentation that, I might need for a mortgage. Completely different process. So don't be discouraged by that at all. Definitely follow up and get with me so we can get you set up for your financing. Okay. So next thing you'll do, or in that meantime, is you'll want to prepare your site for delivery. So we can connect you with local general contractors. One of the ways that Shipping Container Homes USA is working to support you guys in this process is we're building a database. It's a paid membership network. Where can I find that word? You'll, as a contractor, as an investor, you will have a paid membership that allows you to participate in our exclusive network. Your prefab modular home comes with everything it needs to connect to a water source, electric line, your sewage, including HVAC and hot water heater. All of that is on board. You'll want to get your own refrigerator, but there's a cooktop already going to be in there. Okay. So everything that you need is in place. There, you guys, my cat is about to photobomb my video because this is what she does. Welcome to working at home in COVID culture. So, your pier foundations are going to be the most popular choice. They're relatively inexpensive and quick to construct. There are a few different options that Rob will talk about with you based on your geographical location, what the ground is like there. There's no need to pour a concrete foundation, which to me was just mind-blowing because everyone that I've ever seen on HGTV, they poured a concrete foundation, and that can get expensive. So EcoHomes USA will give you exact directions based on where you're building in the country and different environmental factors that you may need to consider. So your big day, you'll order your structure online with EcoHomes USA. After your consultation has been done to be sure your structure is perfect and your financing has been approved, your order is placed online. So I always say this is like ordering your pizza online. Okay, you want to let them know what toppings you want, what type of sauce you want. So you let them know how if you want conventional hot water heater or you want a tankless hot water heater, which is about the size of a DVD player. It's just amazing what they can do, you guys. So like I said, 120 days later or sooner, they'll have your structure to your ready site. So delivery day is huge. Once your general contractors have done their part to prepare your site, there are a few more steps until it's ready. You'll want to make sure that you have your crane operator ready to help unload and place your new structure on its foundation, and your crew is there and ready to hook it up to its utilities. So literally, you could be living in that home or working in that building 7 days later. So are you guys dreaming of your custom built structure yet? What will you build? Here are some pictures that Rod was nice enough to send over for me. These are, I'll tell you guys, when some of them are our buildings and some are, just ones that we found around. I just find them so intriguing. But this is a full shower with high-end tile. And as you can see, they have a Murphy bed there, but they're unlike the typical Murphy beds because they are set up the short way. So rather than you having the foot of your bed swing all the way up to the ceiling, it's horizontal. So you're able to use the upper end of your bed or the upper end of your Murphy bed like a cabinet. So I just think that's a really nice use of the space. When you're done sleeping, you can put that bed up and we got a nice size office. So there's a designer bath with a vessel sink. You guys, y'all see this is high end. I mean, you can have really nice high end luxury design. Can you guys imagine waking up to these views for a fraction of the cost of a traditional stick-built home? So this home is actually in Brazil, you guys. This won an award for home design. And I want to say, I can't remember the name of the website, but I'll tell you guys later. But look at this home, you guys. This is called a hanging home. They've got hammocks hanging under the bottom of there. They've got a nice view right out to the ocean. I mean, it's gorgeous. You can build these homes anywhere. They can get an 18-wheeler and a crane, so you can get crazy with it. Think about vacation rental homes and waking up to that kind of view, taking your children there, just to get away for a while. And this is yours and at a fraction of the cost that it would normally cost. So what if every time a house was destroyed by a natural disaster, it could be replaced in 3 months? Or if we already had work together to have these homes pre-built and they're ready to go, because we know we're in hurricane season. Earthquakes happen all the time. Think about people who are being displaced out west with the wildfires. And these people got to go somewhere, not to mention the people who will be evicted from their homes because, they lost their wages, their jobs closed down because of COVID. And what if shipping container home development save our country's housing crisis? Would you want to be a part of that? If you would, these are typical shipping container homes, apartments made out of shipping containers. So they're prefab modular, the same strength and integrity we talked about before, and they're not going anywhere. So we're talking about creating sustainable housing in a very short period of time and affordable. So if you're on the investment or the builder side, imagine you're building with this high quality material and you just really wanted to take advantage of the profit. So if you cut your costs down and you're creating a superior home, a superior product that can be custom made, there are not a lot of builders that are still doing custom builds. So imagine the increase and the profitability for that for you. So are you guys ready for it? I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I immensely enjoyed putting it together for you. I'm a huge nerd, you guys know, and I really look forward to working with each individual one of you and bringing your dreams to reality. Shipping Container Homes USA is a nationwide initiative to create affordable housing for all. We look forward to partnering with you. Please get in touch with the person who shared this with you. We've got a few business partners that we're working with across the country. I'm here in Columbia, South Carolina. Jamal is in Cleveland, as far as I understand. He's got some business partners around the country. We're really excited to work with you guys on this project. So, you guys see our numbers there. Jamal's is 440-222-3242. He is the president and owner of Guerillapreneur Strategic Real Estate Investment Group. Just doing some amazing things all around the country. And I'm your host. I'm Cassandra Edwards, the founder of the Chosen Few Financial Empowerment and Wellness Workshops. My number is 803-238-0974. If for some reason you call me and don't get me, please send me a text. Text is the best way to reach me. Or you can email me at chosenfew.cadwards@gmail.com. And at this time, we're going to conclude this recording. I hope you guys enjoyed this presentation as much as I enjoyed putting it together and giving it to you. Look forward to hearing from you, hearing about the ideas that you have in your city. We've got some projects that we're supporting and helping to build in Austin, Texas. Great, awesome opportunity. I'll tell you guys more about that on the dedicated recording for that. So thanks so much for your time. Look forward to speaking with you. Hope you guys have a marvelous, relaxed, and productive day.